purpose-driven. It's not personal. It's purpose. I am purpose-driven. It's not personal. I am purpose-driven. It's not personal. It's purpose. When you see me, there's deeper than what meets the eyes. There is a soul, a spirit, a divine purpose. Join me Thursdays at 10 a.m. Finding Happy on UMERADIO. Thursdays at 10 a.m. My apologies. So we figured it out. I muted. I was on mute for YouTube. My apologies. Thank you so much, Marsha. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She is so phenomenal. She gave me the best breakfast this morning. She's like this little, I am such a blessed person. Can I tell you, I am so blessed. Like I have these angels, like literal angels that are in my life that just show up and just stay and just, support me. And I'm grateful. I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful. Oh, glory. I'm so thankful for that. Yes. So let me just thank you for joining us, for being here. It's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to serve you. And that's why I'm here, to serve you. And so if you have questions, share them. If you can stop me in the middle of a conversation, it's okay. Of my dialogue, of my monologue. That's okay. If you have a question, that is, you can interact with me, and that's okay. And I would recommend that you take some notes, especially if the information is something you may find useful. You may want to take notes so that you can reference what I'm going to share with you, because today is going to be a really, really special day, I believe. So before I go into our hot topic for today, which is how do I cultivate a purpose mindset? Yes, a mindset. And of course, finding happy really is about connecting with purpose. Finding happy is my space where I connect with persons to really explore purpose and to explore ideas and thoughts that can help us become empowered so we can pursue purpose. So it really is where I share with you tips on self-love, adapting to change for growth, and offering and sharing insights with you into achieving transformative success through the discovery of divine purpose. That's what the show is about. So before I go in there, though, I want to share something with you because I've been winning. Of course, I'm coming to you live from UME Radio. And at UME Radio, we have a competition amongst us DJs and hosts. And I don't know if you know all our hosts, but there are there's Marsha J, Jesse, Lady Misty, DJ KTE, and then there is me. And soon to come this month, at the end of this month, we'll also have Elder M. So we have this little competition that we do, right? And I've been winning, where we have our DJ top fives. And please go on the website and vote for me. It's the letter U, MERADIO, UMERadio.com. Okay. Now I'm going to share with you my top fives, and I'm just going to play a little bit of them because I don't want any copyright issues. But my first song, I'm going to play a little bit of it and tell me if you hear it. A little bit. It's coming up. This is one of my favorite songs, actually. Favorite. One of my favorites. If you're on the radio, you won't be able to hear it. It's Fantasia featuring Cultivate. I Made It. Let's go down somewhere. I'm trying to skip it because I don't want any copyright issues. Pieces, maybe one. Yeah. Oh, yes. Right on the floor. I Made It by Fantasia featuring Cultivate. And then the next one is See a Victory by Elevation, right? Another one of my favorite. Oh, glory. And this is the one with featuring Travis Green. Won't prevail. It will not prevail. You need to listen to that song. It's amazing. And the next one, wrong one. The next one on my list is Worthy of It All by Bree Babynou, I think I'm not sure that's how her name is pronounced. Yeah, but I love that song. Oh, glory to God. And my next song is People by Jonathan Reynolds. I find it really amazing. I really like the song. And I like that in the end, he pointed us back to ourself, you know? Really good. And this one is my number one. And it is the goodness of God. God has been extremely good to me. And so my final song is Till I Lay My Head. Oh, yes, I will sing and I will tell you of the goodness of God. Oh, glory to God. So those are my top fives. I hope you like them and I hope you listen to them because I think the words are really potent and powerful. And I find comfort when I listen to those songs. And every week I have, some songs, some music that I really go to. They're my go-to. When I need a rescue or when I need to feel that special feeling that music gives you. Oh, God bless musicians because they're amazing. So those are my top five. You can go to the website and you can vote for me. Like I said, I've been winning. I don't know who's on top this month, but previous months I was winning. So that's a DJ top 5, and you can vote for us. Fantastic. So today we are talking about how do I cultivate a purpose mindset, a purpose mindset, purpose, right? How do I cultivate a purpose mindset? It's important. Why do we even need to have a purpose mindset? Is it important to you? Do you understand what your purpose is, what it entails? Do you understand all of that to even get to the space of having it being important in your life? Now, purpose is essential because purpose really is, and I'm going to talk about it. Your purpose should answer these questions for you. Or rather, you should answer these questions. And I'm going to put them out to you right now. And you can make notes if you want to, or you can just answer it to yourself. It's not for me, it's for you. So these 4 questions, I'd like you to ask yourself. What is my purpose? Before we even start talking about mindset, what is my purpose? Yes? It's very hot in here, so I'm turning on the AC, and I'm hoping it's not affecting the audio. If it is, tell me. Please let me know. Okay, so what is my purpose? Ask yourself that and think about it. And don't rush to answer yourself either. Process it. Think about it, yes? Why am I here? What's my why? Why am I here? What am I passionate about? This morning, oh my goodness, I was sharing with my producer, Marsha J., who's a phenomenal woman, also an international recording artist, also phenomenal host on UMERADIO weekend show. I was going through her ideal day, and oh my goodness, I felt like just reading her letter to herself on her ideal day, I felt like I was in a spa. I felt like someone was giving me some good R&R just by reading her ideal day letter to herself. And that's an exercise that we went through because I'm her coach. And that was an exercise that we went through. And as I read it, I'm telling you, it's like this feeling it gave me, like, yes, wake up and stretch and yawn and, get ready for the day. What are you passionate about? Who benefits? Who finds value in your unique gifts? Who benefits from your unique gifts? You must be able to answer these questions. You must be able to answer these questions. We're talking about how do I cultivate a purpose mindset? Yes? So the reason you need to cultivate one is so that you can position yourself for growth, right? Without a purpose in mind and without some kind of mindset around that purpose, what will you be doing? How will you know? How will you be able to evaluate your actions that you're taking, your choices that you're making? Yes. So you want to have a purpose mindset in order to position for growth. And I'm currently completing a booklet which I'm going to be making available on our website that's going to talk about this, and it's free, completely free. You don't have to pay for it. Yes. Right. So it's important to have a purpose mindset in order to position yourself for growth. Your purpose is connected with your pain, and that's important to note. And the reason sometimes we all have an instinct and we know there's some sense of who we are to us, but you have to do the work to really unearth the fullness of that potential, the fullness of the purpose in order to manifest it. And then you have to now learn, how do I position my purpose or present it in such a way that my intended client or the person who I intend to benefit from it can interpret it the way I'm intending for them to receive it, so they can see value. Okay, so I just want to share this with you. And for those of you who are able to see the screen, you can take screenshots if you want or not, but you can go through what it is. But for those of you who are not hearing me, I'm just going to read it for you. So, purpose-driven, otherwise known as purpose mindset, right? There's the 3 keys, and all of this is based on my own work. and my own experience, because I've tested it. This is based on my experience, my purpose, divine intervention, me having to do the work on myself. And so I'm sharing it with you. Now, you don't have to believe me and you don't even have to accept it, right? I thank you for even being here just to hear me share my own experience. And if you've been here before, or if you listen to my morning show and any of my other episodes, I talk about my entrepreneurial journey. I'm a serial entrepreneur and I've talked about it. I've talked about the brokenness. I've talked about how I got here. So everything I'm sharing with you. And of course, I make references using like the Bible or other persons ahead of me. But the core of what I'm telling you about is my own experience. So you will have your own experience. My intention is to stimulate or inspire thinking in you, not necessarily to tell you what should or shouldn't be. So I'm going to share it with you. The 3 keys to divine success that I found. One is to identify and pursue God's purpose in your life. When you connect with purpose, you connect with God's will. And this is personal, it's individual, it's you, right? And if you listen to my morning show, when I do the worship in the mornings, there's this book that I use that I think is just so profound, the way they interpreted the Bible and share it back to us. Journey with the Master, where you talk about the soul that is you. We're a soul. We're not just a human. We're a soul having a human experience. We're more than just a physical body. We're more than just the virtual realities we create in our minds. We are divine. We are God's masterpiece. And so we have to identify, because we didn't make ourselves. So we have to find out, why was I created? Why did God make me and put me here for this? For what reason? Right? So identify and pursue God's purpose in your life. The second one, He will sustain you. Oh, I needed to hear me. I have a course that I do with Minister Carl Merritt. He is someone who has these casual and very practical conversations about Christ's experience on the earth. And that's why I connected with him the way I did. And we created a course called Mindfulness in Ministry. And we, in doing our research and going through the Bible and developing the course, we developed this formula called the Deborah Effect. It's called the Deborah Effect, and it tells of the story of when God spoke with the prophet Deborah and asked her to speak with Barak, for Barak to do an assignment. Now, Barak didn't want to go without her, and so she went and she got the reward. He will sustain you if he appoints you. Who he appoints, he rewards. You have a purpose, and that purpose naturally attracts a special reward from God when pursued. But you have to do it yourself. If you send someone else to do it, where will the reward go? Yeah, think about it. So you have to pursue his purpose, and you have to believe and trust and have faith and know that if he appoints you, he will reward you. He will give you access to resources to execute that purpose and to thrive in that purpose. Yes. The third one is, like Christ, the fulfillment of purpose is sown in pain. And if you were listening to last week's episode, when I spoke about motivation, how to stay motivated, you'd understand why the pain exists. The pain is to keep us motivated in his will. So when you're doing something and you start feeling pain, that's not when you run. That's when you say, okay, God is doing something here. Lord, give me the strength to sit in this. I had to do that yesterday. It's a daily thing for me because I live in my purpose. Yes. Yes. Your motivator is connected with your early emotional trauma. Yes. We spoke about that last week. Yes. We're talking about how to cultivate a positive mindset as an entrepreneur. Now, we always talk about this thing called a brand. Some people know what it is, some people don't know what it is. Well, your purpose discovery is the process of unearthing your authentic vocation. What is that? Your true calling. Yes? Once discovered, you become your most authentic self. And we spoke about authenticity again last week, yes? When what you say and do is in complete congruence, in harmony, right? When you say one thing and you do the same thing, not say one thing and do another thing. That's inauthentic. Inauthentic people say one thing, but they're doing something different. Yes. And it doesn't make them a liar. It just makes them unaware of self. And we can help them through it, we've all been there. I've been there. Once discovered, you become your most authentic self, and you can learn and develop your unique skills, strengths, and talents based on your values and passions to pursue purpose in order for you to successfully chart a course for your career or business. This can position you to consciously attract opportunities to achieve your goals. How you package and deliver these attributes is your brand. There we go. We are talking about how to cultivate a purpose mindset. Yes? Okay. So here is a little formula that I'm sharing with you that I learned when I pursued my certification in career coaching. I am certified, ICF program certified. Your life purpose statement expresses the essence and expression of your work. Work that fulfills you. The essence and the expression. What you do and how you do it, in other words. What you do and how you do it. So you develop a statement. And if you want to learn how to do this, I have a course on Udemy. It's called Learn. I don't remember the name of the course. Learn personal branding for ministry. That's what it's called. I apologize. I haven't looked at it in a while. Learn personal branding for ministry. And when I say ministry, I'm not talking about church. I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritually aware person. I'm a soul, and I'm in touch with that. When I say ministry, I mean your life's work, how you will serve. Yes, in as you pursue God's will. So it's learn personal branding for ministry, and I take you through the process of unearthing purpose to develop your life purpose statement. And you find out, as I go along, I'll demonstrate to you why having this life purpose statement is so critical. We talk about vision, right? Where does it begin from? How do you even develop a vision board, or how do you even design a vision for your life if you don't have a purpose and develop that into a statement to understand what the outcome is supposed to be and what it's supposed to look like? We are still talking about how do I cultivate a purpose mindset. Yes. So I have a book that will come out at some point in time. I've gotten so many messages and so many requests for it, but it's not finished. It's incomplete. But in that book, I have the 7 rules of intention. And please, again, remember, this is all based on my own experiences and having been an entrepreneur since 2009. And and when I say being an entrepreneur since 2009, I mean actually pursuing ownership of my time and my work, my life's work, because I believe we were all born entrepreneurs, because an entrepreneur is a creator. That's what you are. You create and you solve problems, right? And we were all born with a purpose. We were all born as creators because we were born and we were made in the image of God. And He is a creator. He's the one that imagined this whole world. And here we are in it, living in it, right? So the 7 rules of intention, why are they important? Because you have to be intentional about what you're doing. Yes, for it to have the impact, right, that God desires in His will, in order for you to attract the reward you seek. And I believe we all seek some kind of reward. I mean, I like rewards. Don't bring me through nothing. Do not bring me through anything if you don't have some kind of reward at the end. I like a reward. I like to know that there's something to look forward to. You know what I mean? I like to know there's something to look forward to. I'll gain something from whatever experience I'm going through. Yes, which is why, every time there's a breakdown, I just can't wait for the breakthrough to come. It's my reward. So yes, you have to be intentional. If you have an expected outcome, you have to become intentional about it. And so I want to share this with you. My 7 rules of intention, right? And the first one is that it's individual, self-reliant. You have to begin with self. You have to first make a choice, a decision to do something. Yes, you have to cultivate an intention. You have to decide. I have a poem that I wrote that said that goes, I decide, I decide, I decide. Okay, so you're saying I decide. I'm deciding that. I've decided that, right? Yes. So, and I have a scripture, a verse from the Bible under this. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You have to believe that. You have to have that self-reliance, self-belief, that faith in your capacity, and make a commitment that, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this. That's this first in the 7 rules of intention. The second is willingness to act, to become uncomfortable. You have to become willing. You have to be willing. Yes, after you make a decision, you can't stop there. You have to now demonstrate a willingness to become uncomfortable or to do whatever it requires for you to get to where you need to get to. And the Bible verse that I have here is, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without work is also dead. Now, the third of the 7 rules of intention is taking effective actions. Oh my goodness, discipline. After you make a commitment, then you have to demonstrate a willingness to act. You have to actually get up and take effective actions. It's not just running around doing stuff and doing things. It's effective actions through discipline. Discipline. Yes? Discipline. Okay, so now we're at the 4th. Am I correct? Yeah, I believe so. The 4th one is acceptance of truth. Oh, goodness. Isn't that powerful? Authenticity. Authenticity. If you have the commitment, the willingness, and the discipline, but you are not living in a space of truth, and when I say truth and authenticity, I'm talking about you, your own truth, knowing who you are, what you're about, and being clear on that. And the Bible verse I have here says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That's John 8:32. I always say this to persons: if you fail, so what? If you made a mistake, so what? Okay, own it, move on. Own it, apologize if you must. Yes, change if you must. Do what you need to, then move on, right? Move on. The 5th one, I think I'm at number 5, of the 7 rules of intention is strategic thinking, mindfulness. Mindfulness, strategic thinking, mindfulness, being in the consciousness of. Be ye transformed, Romans 12 verse 2, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Mindfulness. Number 6, have faith, believe. Have faith, believe. Believe. And it's in having faith that you have to also learn, what does having faith mean? It's about prayer. It's about having a relationship with God. Yes? Or with your creator. And remember, when I say God, I'm talking about your own understanding of your creator. You don't need to see God as I do. You don't need to call him like I do. You don't have to think of him the way I do it. Remember at the beginning, you are a creator. All of this is to stimulate your thoughts. Is to inspire thoughts, thinking. Yes. And if you find something useful in it, fantastic. Great. Thank you, Jesus. So you must have faith. You've got to believe. You've got to believe. Proverbs 16 verse 3 says, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be Feel like I would just worship right here. Commit your works, God, in your hands, in thy hands, Lord. I commit all my work. Oh, glory. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Did you hear that? Your thoughts shall be established. Do you know that everything you think you create and every word you speak comes into reality? That's Proverbs 16 and verse 3. Now, the final one, number seven in my 7 rules of intention is to have a purpose, focus, vision. Some people say you must have a vision. Yeah, you must have a why, and that why must connect with the heart and soul of you. It must come from somewhere inside of you. It must have meaning to you. It must be authentic to you. It must be a calling. It has to be something you don't need motivation for because you're already motivated, because it's intrinsically you. It's coming from the inside of you. And that is having a purpose, focus. And the verse that I have for this one is one of my favorite verses of the Bible. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. For I know the plans that I have toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Isn't God wonderful? We are still talking about how to cultivate a purpose mindset as an entrepreneur. Yes. Now, I'm about to share with you some information that I'm so happy to share that I've been blessed to have access to, and I'm going to be sharing with you. But just before we do that, in preparation for that, what I'm sharing with you now is what I call milestones, or some kind of strategic framework, or a success plan through which you can now roll out your intentions, the 7 rules of intention. Execute, right? Execution, a plan, a strategic framework, or a strategy. I call it a success plan. You create a success plan. If you want to learn more about a program that I have called the Success Plan, you can go to my coach ministry /the success plan, right? Or you can create your own, because I'm sharing the information with you, right? That is only if you want me to work with you personally. You need some kind of plan to show you, to demonstrate your mission, and to give us your strategic framework so you can enroll other people. Yes, divine helpers, purpose builders. Yes, if you want to call them your employees, your hired hands, your contractors, whatever you want to call them, people who are going to help your purpose, help build and expand your purpose and bring it to life, to impact lives. Yes, and for you to reap your reward that God has for you, right? So you need a mission, and your mission should come from your purpose statement, because you want to connect it back to you, right? And then you have the strategic framework, which will be built around your gifts. Yes? Now, we're still talking about, for the purpose of the persons who are not seeing, the image I'm showing really is just like a timeline of mission and strategic frameworks, and then you have your objectives around it. Your objective 1, first target, objective 2, second target, objective 3, third target, objective 4, fourth target. And it depends on how many targets you have and what the outcomes that you seek, right? We're still talking about how do I cultivate a purpose mindset? Now, why is it important to cultivate a purpose mindset? Yeah, with a purpose mindset, you are ready to position for growth. You become ready to position yourself for growth. If you don't have a purpose mindset and thereby develop some kind of strategic plan around that, how exactly do you enroll the support of other people. And as we talk about the support of other people, I'm going to share with you some information that I got, some grants that have become available for entrepreneurs, and it's quite a bit of them. If I'm going too fast, let me know. But I'm going to share it with you. If you need more information on this, please go to my coach ministry /the success plan. Yes. Or check the blog, but it will be there. It will be shared with you so you can access it. Okay. If you want to, that is, if you want to. So just to be clear, if you have any specific questions about these grants or the eligibility, should you be directed, should you want to pursue it, then you should, the links will be shared on the website, and you can contact the respective agency through their website because the links will be there. So the first one is grants for small businesses funded by Verizon. So on Monday, February 8th, LISC will launch the grant application that small businesses can use to apply for a $10,000 grant. Grants will be eligible for small businesses across the United States, particularly in historically underserved communities hit hard by the pandemic. And as I go through, if any of the dates have passed, then just overlook it and move on. But I'm going to share them with you anyway. Eligible expenses for the grant include paying rent and utilities, meeting payroll, paying outstanding debts to vendors, upgrading technology infrastructure, and other immediate operational costs. To subscribe to learn when the grant goes live, again, go to mycoachministry.com and either go to our blog or go to /the success plan, and it will be there. City Trends Grant, this is another one. Black entrepreneurs with a confirmed selling history of their products is in at least one of the following categories: apparel, beauty, skincare, hair care, footwear, home decor, bedding, bath, technology, or accessories are eligible for this grant. 10 grants of $5,000 each will be awarded. Double check and make sure your US state is on their eligible list. Applications close on February 28, 2021. For more information, mycoachministry.com /the success plan, and it should be there after the show. The next one is 2021 New Voices and Barefoot We Stand for Her grants. Grants of $10,000 each to 5 entrepreneurs will be made to Black women-owned businesses. The grants program also includes complimentary business coaching, yes, and mentoring from New Voices Foundation for each grantee company. Applications close on February 28, 2021, and you know where the information will be. The next one is Merchant Maverick Opportunity Grant. This grant is open to for-profit. This grant is open to for-profit. I think this thing is a little small, so let me expand it a bit. There we go. This grant is open to for-profit businesses that are majority owned by a Black woman, cisgender or transgender. Cisgender as in gender as in CIS gender, one word, or transgender. I've never heard that word before, cisgender. Or a Black femme identified individual. The program will award 4 grants of $10,000 each. The deadline to apply is May 1, 2021. Bold.org, African American Entrepreneurs Grant, Female Award. This grant will be awarded to a female African American entrepreneur. And I'm just going to interrupt this a second to say something. The reason the grants are directed at females is because I am a member of the Bank of America. I'm a beneficiary of the Bank of America Women's Entrepreneurship Program at Cornell University. And it's through that program, through that network, that I get the information. So it's not a bias. It's that it's geared towards women entrepreneur. I just want to say that because I didn't say it in the beginning. So I'd like to say that now, just to be clear. Yes, so bold.org, African American Entrepreneurs Grant, Female Award. This grant will be awarded to a female African-American entrepreneur at any education level who is currently building or who aspires to build a new business and is currently enrolled as a student. One reward of $1,000 will be paid to the student's college or university. Deadline is February 11, today, 2021. And I think there's someone I need to send this to. Yes. The next one is, one moment, please. Yeah. The next one is Emma Johnson, Single Mother Grant. I really like this one. Emma Johnson, Single Mother Grant. Every month, Johnson gives out $500 cash to one single mom. No strings attached. Isn't that beautiful? Bless Emma Johnson. The 2021 Kick-Ass Single Mom Stimulus Grant has one goal: give a hand to single moms struggling with money, health, stress, childcare, illness, and loneliness. Qualifications are simple. 1, you're a single mom. 2, you need the money right now. That's beautiful. Women Who Tech. Open to North American-based women-owned startups in tech that have already raised $50,000 in seed revenue or that are already generating revenue. The organization awards equity-free grants to women-led tech startups on a rolling basis throughout the year. For each grant period, there is a different theme. For the first grant period of 2021, the theme is emerging tech. Applicants should be focused on emerging technologies to solve systemic global problems. The first place prize for the Women Who Tech Emerging Tech grant is $15,000, and the second place awardee will receive $5,000. Deadline is February 19, 2021. And of course, more information can be found at mycoachministry.com/the success plan or the blog, but it will be there after the show. The next grant is Chicago Foundation for Women 2021 Spring Primary Cycle Process. CFW will be accepting applications for program or operating support in any of CFW 3 issue areas: economic security, freedom from violence, access to health, or grants to specifically address the epidemic of violence against women. Grants will range between $10K to $30K. That's $10,000 to $30,000. Organizations must be a 501c3 and in the Chicago area. Applications are due by February 17, 2021. Asian Women Giving Circle Grant. These grants will support Asian American women-led organizations and individual artists in NYC, that's New York City, who are using arts and culture to bring about progressive social transformation, raise awareness, and catalyze action around critical issues that affect Asian American women, girls, and families, and highlight and promote women's central role as leaders, creators, developers, and managers of these projects. RFP is open to both 501c3 organizations and individual artists. 5 to 8 project grants will be awarded contingent on available funding. The maximum grant amount is $15,000. The deadline to apply is March 12, 2021. Looking for support but not necessarily funding, here there's also a list of 21 accelerators, incubators, programs, and more for female founders. Lots of great resources on the page. The link will be on my website. Free webinars through eCornell. That's Cornell University's online study platform. The diverse culinary family. The diverse culinary family, representation, identity, and inclusivity. Stories from 5 culinary trailblazers who share what the future holds for them and other people from underrepresented communities in the world of culinary arts. Thursday, February 11th, that's today at 4 p.m. He said she listened. Oh, he said she listened. Mansplaining. Oh my goodness, this one is for me. Mansplaining, gaslighting, and epistemic entitlement. I've been talking about this for a while, the gaslighting and how men sometimes, is when we speak our minds, they're busy explaining what they think. And they don't do it to hurt us. But sometimes I don't think they quite understand that they're actually doing it. So I think it seems, based on what I'm seeing here, this is a webinar that will help us women better deal with something like that. So I'll be there. He said she listened. Mansplaining, gaslighting, and epistemic entitlement. Cornell professor, writer, and philosopher Kate Mann will connect the notion of epistemic entitlement with a variety of problematic behaviors, including mansplaining, gaslighting, and misogynistic anger at the expert testimony of women. Friday, February 19, 2021 at 4:15 p.m. And the links for all of these and other things that I share will be on my website, mycoachministry.com. Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. I feel like this was quite a bit, and it's a good thing. I like it. It's a good thing because access to information and resources is so important. And I'm having a little bit of a disturbance because my neighbor is building something. So if you're hearing it, my apology for that. I can't help it. But the reason I shared that with you, and before I even shared the grant information with you, I wanted to go through understanding purpose and positioning yourself, purpose mindset, and having the purpose mindset and positioning yourself so that opportunities like these you're able to uptake. When you apply, for example, for a grant, you have to have some kind of strategic plan, right? So when you position, so first you know where your purpose is and you understand what your mission is before you even begin thinking that you should apply for a particular grant. What if it's not in alignment with what you're about? And sometimes when we think we failed at something, it's not that we failed, is that we approach things without even knowing, without having been centered and having a plan and knowing who we are and understanding and having milestones and a mission and a strategic framework around what we're doing, so that when we share it with someone else, they can understand it, number one, see where their own purpose fit in it, number two, or intersect, and number three, where they can agree with you. People make commitments when they agree to something, when they can make a commitment. Remember, we spoke about the 7 rules of intention, right? We do things, we do things whether by the subconscious or the conscious. You have what you call, if you in my devotion in the mornings, we talk about sense consciousness, soul consciousness, human consciousness, and soul consciousness. Not just going off what we see, smell, hear, feel, taste, but that internal thing, that inner instinct, that inner pulse that we have. So I'm going to be wrapping up now because the thing next door is a bit of it's kind of jarring for me. So I suspect it must be jarring for you. But I just want to run through again what the 7 rules of intention are. And the first one is individual, self-reliant. It begins with you. You've got to make a commitment to yourself first. Then you need to have the willingness to act, become uncomfortable. You must be able to get up and do. Yes, even if you don't like it. Then you have to take effective actions, not just be about doing stuff, right? But doing it in discipline, right? Effective actions that will produce the kind of results that you and the people who are in agreement with you, or the people who have committed to your purpose, or the people who have bought into your purpose, or the people who partner with you, right? effective actions that they too can follow, right? And then you have acceptance of truth. Your authenticity needs to come to the fore. People need to feel like you're authentic. They can believe you. They can trust you. Yes. Then you have strategic thinking or mindfulness. You must be in the awareness. And so you have to plan. You need a success plan, right? To enroll all of these things into it so people can know where to follow you. Your communication must be intact. People need, there are three ways we communicate: in the past, in the present, and in the future. In your strategic plan, where will you be in your communication? That's another topic that we may talk about at some point. And you can let me know if you want me to talk about it. Then you need to have faith, believe, and pray about it. Yes? Summon the God that, or your creator, or that supreme being, the Holy One who gave you this purpose in the first place. Engage him. And the final one is to have purpose, have a focus, understand your why and connect it to what you are doing. Do work that fulfills you. When you do work that fulfills you, you don't have to worry about being motivated. You don't have to worry about people buying into it. It will naturally ooze out of you and attract the right people. I just want to say a huge thank you to you for being here today. I feel so honored that you'd even be here with me. Is such an honor. And let me just check to see, does anyone have any questions for me just before I go? I'm about to go because that sound is, yeah, you hear that sound? Yes. I just want to say thank you to Mohammed, Andrew, is that ma'am? Thank you. And thank you so much for being here. I want to thank my producer. I want to thank everyone, the crew at UME Radio. Thanks to everyone who have really contributed to the growth and development of my life. Thank you for being here. And I hope that the information that I shared with you today was useful. You know, I hope it was useful. And I hope that you were able to, you're able to apply it. And I hope someone applies for the grant and gets it. But thank you so much for having been here, and have the best day. I mean, the absolute best day. Do you understand me? Best day. Have a great, great day. I'm gonna leave you with a song. Okay. Since today's grants were about Black women, I'm gonna play Daniel Brooks's song, Black Woman. For those of you who are on YouTube, I can only play like 10 seconds of it or something, but I can't play the full song for you. But you can go and look her up and support her. Listen to her song. It's very interesting and it's very empowering for me. I'm a Black woman, so it's very empowering for me. So and I like it. It's a nice song. So you're listening to UME Radio. Keep listening to UME Radio. I'm Coach Raquel, and it's been my absolute pleasure bringing you today, Finding Happy. From my heart to yours, I sure hope that this was good for you. So here we go. I am purpose-driven. It's not personal. It's purpose. When you see me, there's deeper than what meets the eyes. There is a soul, a spirit, a divine purpose. Join Thursdays at 10 a.m. Finding Happy on UME Radio. Thursdays at 10 a.m.
It's UME Radio, touching your airwaves like something you've never heard before. UME Radio.
driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.